Hey everyone, in today's video, I'll be sharing a bunch of fun little updates. We'll talk about Love on Hire, enemies with benefits, and the latest update on Freenbecky's Cranium. We'll also cover the situation surrounding Nuer. She broke down during a live stream. Why fans are frustrated with GMM staff constantly following the girls around at events. Mie's response to a fan accusing her of hurting Aya, and Angie's return to Mind Media. We'll also get into the whole GMM tops versus Channel 3 tops comparison drama after Girls Cup, plus a lot more fun moments from the weekend. So let's get into it. Let's randomly start with Love on Hire. This was originally supposed to be in Joy and June's second series, but since their partnership officially ended just a week ago, everyone has been asking the same question. What's going to happen to this show? Is it still coming? Well, Copy of Bangkok has finally released a statement confirming that Love on Hire is still in production and is currently scheduled to premiere around mid-October. The only problem is, we still have absolutely no idea who's going to star in it. Is June getting a new partner? Are they recasting the entire project with a completely different couple? Nobody knows. Enjoy has already left the company and launched her own agency, so she's completely out of the picture. This has frustrated a lot of fans. They kept everyone waiting for around 7 months without a single update on the series. Then, right after the pairing broke up, that's when they finally announced that the show is still moving forward. So now it feels like fans waited all this time only to find out Enjoy, June is no longer working together, and the company is hoping this announcement will keep the fandom around for a little more. We'll just have to wait and see who gets cast and whether the company can live up to the expectations they've created. Speaking of waiting, we finally got someone talking about Cranium. The director, who previously worked on The Loyal Pin, Love Design, and now 4 Elements, was recently asked about Cranium in an interview since he directed the pilot for Cranium. And it's not the confirmation everyone was hoping for, but it's still worth talking about. Every couple of weeks, I see rumors about Cranium coming, and every single time, it turns out not to be true. During the interview, the conversation naturally shifted to Cranium. Even the hosts joked that social media simply refuses to let this project go, and they're not wrong.
This is 2 series that he's worked on, and of course the Cranium pilot. I sort of
I didn't ask him.
but
I didn't ask him because I just think that is. I know that everyone really wants to ask like as
everybody
much
has fallen in love with the Cranium pilot. And there's nonstop talk about when can we have more Cranium.
Yeah.
I'm sure he hears it all the time.
I know there's one that's like we actually When
the host asked whether there's still a chance for Cranium to happen, the director revealed that both Thai and international fans constantly flood his DMs asking the exact same question. When is Cranium filming? Unfortunately, he still doesn't have an answer. He explained that, as of right now, he genuinely can't say whether the series will happen or not. There simply isn't any official update he can share. What I found really sweet, though, is how much he appreciates the fandom in Freenbecky. He said that after working with Freenbecky, he didn't just study the original novel, he also studied the fandom itself. He keeps up with fan discussions, watches people's reactions, and fully understands just how much everyone loves Freenbecky and wants Cranium to become a full series. Even though he couldn't give fans the news they're waiting for, he personally hopes it happens too. He wants fans to get the series they've been dreaming about, but for now, all any of us can do is wait. The host wrapped up the conversation by joking that fans definitely aren't going to stop asking anytime soon, and honestly, they're absolutely right. If there's one thing this fandom is going to do, it's keep Cranium alive in every single comment section until somebody finally gives us an official answer. So yeah. Still no confirmation, still no filming date, but at least it's nice to know the people behind the project are fully aware of just how massive the demand is. At this point, we're all surviving on crumbs and manifesting together. Another update that made a lot of fans excited over the weekend is that GMM has apparently secured the rights to adapt all 3 Enemies with Benefits special novels. We already knew the wedding special was coming next, but according to fans who have read the books, the remaining 3 specials dive much deeper into the couple's life after getting together. They focus on how they balance their relationship with their careers, what it's like living together, the challenges of working at the same company, and everything leading up to their wedding. This is exactly why GMM needs to give us a proper second season, not just a 1 or 2 episode special. There's so much story left to tell, And from what book readers are saying, these specials have enough material to explore the next stage of their relationship properly. I really hope GMM doesn't rush through all of it in just 1 or 2 episodes, because this series deserves more than that. As we're on the topic of GMM, Kapuk and Stacey finally had their much-awaited fan sign. But instead of everyone just talking about the event itself, fans ended up talking about the staff member. I'm not sure if she was their manager or another staff member, but she was constantly following them around. There are so many videos of fans complaining that she was standing way too close to the artist the entire time. Some people were saying, "Isn't this a bit too much?" Others felt she was touching and grabbing the artist a little too often, guiding them around. Fans also complained that it was almost impossible to get good pictures or fan cams because the staff member was constantly in the frame, blocking the view and unintentionally ruining a lot of fan recordings. They're basically asking GMM to find a better balance. Artists obviously need protection, but fans also want to enjoy the event they came for. I do think this is GMM becoming extra cautious after the recent Chinese fan incident. One bad incident has really shaken things up inside the company, and we're probably seeing the effects of that now. Another update is about the abuse allegations that Yuki shared on TikTok, accusing his ex-boyfriend of physical and psychological abuse. We now know the ex-boyfriend's identity. It's Ford, who appeared in 23.5. It's crazy how much has been happening lately. BL actors who have appeared in GL projects keep finding themselves in controversies. First, it was Justin, and now these allegations involving Ford. As of now, GMM still hasn't released any statement regarding this situation. We'll have to wait and see how the company responds, especially since many fans are already accusing them of having double standards when it comes to handling controversies involving their artists and violence allegations. Moving on, some people actually made Nuer cry during one of her live streams. She was simply having fun playing a game and chatting with fans, but the comment section started filling up with really unnecessary and hurtful remarks about her not working. Apparently, some people feel so entitled that they think the artist should always prioritize fans' demands over everything else. Look, I understand fans wanting more content here and there. We all love seeing updates from our favorite actresses, but there's a huge difference between wanting content and making someone feel guilty for taking a break. In my last video, I literally talked about how exhausted so many actresses are right now. Some of them have spoken openly about being overworked, and those who also run their own companies have even more responsibilities on their shoulders. Noor herself has talked before about how much pressure she's under with Dangerous Queen Special and everything else she's juggling behind the scenes. So imagine finally getting a little free time, deciding to relax by playing a game on livestream, and then being flooded with comments saying things like, "She's doing everything except working." Just because she's enjoying herself for a moment doesn't mean she isn't working behind the scenes. It was honestly really sad to watch. Nuer said maybe she'll stop sharing this side of her life altogether so people will stop assuming she's lazy or not working. She eventually became emotional and started crying on the live stream.
เนี่ยทำงานตั้งใจทำงานเหมือนเดิมทุกคนไม่ต้องห่วงทุกคนได้
memory.
ไม่รู้นี่ก็แค่รู้สึกเสียใจเหมือนกันว่าแบบ
Popping pie.
เรารู้สึกว่าเฮ้ยบางทีเราใช้ชีวิต
memory.
แบบก็กลัวแบบเข้าใจผิดกันหรือเปล่าว่าแบบเราแบบไม่ทำงานเอาแต่แบบ
ally has been defeated. You have defeated
ไม่รู้อ่ะแต่แค่กลัวทุกคนแบบ
defeated.
Afterwards, she even went on X and apologized, even though, personally, I don't think she had anything to apologize for. Everyone deserves time to rest, have fun, and simply be human without feeling guilty about it. She later posted this apology on X saying, "I apologize if I was a bit sensitive today. I've been dealing with a lot of stress lately, so I've been trying to find ways to give myself a break, whether it's playing games, playing volleyball or badminton, spending time with friends, or coming on live to chat and play games with you all. I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for always understanding, listening to, supporting, and encouraging me. I'm sorry if I made everyone worry." Girl, if you're somehow listening to this, you don't need to apologize to these people. The fans who genuinely care about you already know you've been dealing with a lot lately. Please take care of yourself first. Your real supporters aren't going to disappear just because you didn't post enough content or Dangerous Queen is taking some time to film. And for those who don't know, Dangerous Queen Special is currently filming. It's not like she's sitting around doing nothing. Seriously, stop with this nonsense. Let the girl breathe. Next up, we have Mie from Love Beyond Dreams, who clapped back at a fan account after it accused her of hurting Aya and claimed fans were already considering shipping Aya with actress from another series. The account was specifically talking about shipping Aya with Chanya because they believed Mie was somehow treating her partner badly. What? Mie wasn't having it. She replied, "I spent 3 years to get where I am today. The last thing I would ever do is hurt Aya. Not everything you see on the internet reflects reality. You have no idea how much fun we have chatting in private. And if there ever comes a day when I truly make Aya upset, let her be the one to tell me herself." And she didn't stop there. She doubled down saying, "Honestly, I don't think that day will ever come. I actually like this response." Sometimes fans become so invested in these pairings that they start creating problems where there aren't any. At the end of the day, we only see a tiny fraction of these actresses' lives online. We don't know what their real friendship looks like behind the scenes. If the girls are happy and communicating with each other privately, that's what matters, not assumptions made from a few clips. Next up, Angie is officially back at Mind Media. As you guys know, she took some time off to focus on her studies, but now she's returning to work as an actress and will continue working under Mind Media. If you remember, there was quite a bit of tension between Devika and Angie and Attar over their commitment to future GL projects. Mind Media originally had plans for a second GL series with Angie and Attar as the leads, but the girls are only around 19 years old at the time, and they decided they didn't want to fully commit to the demanding schedule that comes with being a GL pairing. They wanted to focus on their education and experience a more normal teenage life. That decision clearly frustrated Devika. She unfollowed both of them and later went on TikTok Live to vent about the situation. I completely understand being disappointed. If you've invested a lot of time, money, and effort into a project that suddenly falls apart, of course you're going to be upset. But one thing I really hope is that PMI doesn't become another Nawat. If you have disagreements with your young artists, handle them privately. Going on live streams to vent about them usually doesn't help anyone, and it's something you might regret later. I've noticed more and more GL fans becoming disappointed with some of Devika's decisions over the past couple of months, and this was definitely one of the moments people still bring up. As for Attar, I don't think she's coming back. I don't remember PMA's exact words, but she basically said something along the lines of her wanting to have a boyfriend and experience life as a normal teenager. That comment ended up bringing a lot of hate. It didn't sit well with fans, let's be honest. That's exactly why these kinds of things are better kept in meeting rooms. Moving on, Engfa's rumored girlfriend Popper has been receiving a wave of hate recently. It started with an interview clip that started circulating. Some fans claimed Popper refused to deny the dating rumors with Engfa, but when I watched the full interview, there wasn't even a question about Engfa or the dating rumors in the first place. So I'm not sure where that narrative came from. On top of that, Popper's brand is reportedly one of the sponsors for Miss Universe Thailand this year, and because of that, she's also been getting hate for working with Nawat. Some people are assuming by the way, that Engfa introduced Popper to Nawat or personally helped secure this sponsorship or collaboration. But as far as we know, that's just speculation. There isn't any evidence to support those claims. People are connecting dots, but what you need to remember is Engfa herself have denied this rumor in very clear words. She is single, and we know this Nawat is a fan of Popper. He likes and promotes this ghost ship, and we know why. He just wants to get on your nerves, and you guys are letting that happen. Lastly, Channel 3 Girls Cup has been so much fun. This was actually my first time watching it live, and let me tell you, I spent my Saturday watching the Girls Cup and then my Sunday watching fan cams and edits of it. Was it a productive weekend? Not really. Did I have fun? Absolutely. Being a GL fan is really not for the weak. Everyone looked so beautiful. Both teams were incredibly competitive, but you know what wasn't fun? Comparisons. Everyone online is trying to prove their favorite idols did better than girls from other company. Channel 3 girls performed Let's Go, and you guys probably already know the GMM girls performed the exact same song during Blossom, and they the rap line with the names of their partner. It's a super viral performance. And both performances are really good. But some stans have started acting like K-pop fans, comparing every little detail. It's okay to have her biases, but why are you fighting, girl? I've said this before, I've always loved GMM's performance style. The energy, the confidence, the swagger. Even when they're slightly out of sync, it somehow works because that's part of the performance and the vibe they're going for. It's polished chaos in the best way possible. Add those gravity-defying outfits and the whole stage just had so much personality. I'm seeing people complaining they were not in sync. On the other hand, Channel 3 girls absolutely delivered too. Ling Ling Kwong and Lena, I could not take my eyes off them. They owned that stage. All the girls did well. Why are you making a big deal out of nothing? The comparison debate online is starting to suck the fun out of everything. You're allowed to have favorites. I definitely have mine. Let me know which performance you like the most. For me, it's GMM tops. I want to talk about the fan cams of Ling Ling, Lena, and Yada might genuinely be the best thing I watched all weekend. Ladies, have mercy on me. There were also so many fun little moments throughout the event. Orm, Miu, and Bam, these girls are so down bad for their partners. I watched this video of Miu. She was sitting on the sides, her team was losing the chair game. Lena was in the mood to win, and she did. Miu got so excited that she started cheering for her and completely forgot about her team losing. I think Orm was sitting with her and she had to remind Miu that they were losing and she was cheering for her girl. It was such a cute moment. Seriously, Orm, Bam, and Miu are such sweethearts. They were taking care of everyone around them. We got to see Yada and Tanya together again, and of course everyone immediately became emotional all over again. I wanted to see more of Tanya's new partner. There aren't many videos of them together. And here's a fun fact I literally found out today. Tanya's new girl is actually a flight attendant in real life. I'm sorry, what in the fan fiction is going on here? So yeah, if there's one thing Channel 3 knows how to do, it's put together a really entertaining sports event. Now let's quickly talk about the shows I'm watching. In Love Forever. Girl, Kinkamol seriously needs some help. The last 2 episodes have been hitting a little too close to home. I'm South Asian, and trust me, I've met so many mothers-in-law exactly like this character. The saddest part? They really don't think they've done anything wrong. And they never change. I did not expected one of the most relatable things I'd find in a Thai GL to be a toxic mother-in-law. Meme here. At least Ran has finally opened her eyes and started seeing Kinkamol's true colors. She still needed solid proof, but better late than never. And then we have Fire episode 4. Thank God there was a little less bullying and fewer spiteful and bitter comments between Phi and Frau this week. It was becoming really difficult to keep rooting for Phi. A lot of viewers were starting to dislike her because of her sharp tongue and the constant influence of her aunt. Speaking of the aunt, that woman with that absolutely terrible haircut. I already couldn't stand her. After episode 4, I hate her even more. The punishment she gave Frau when she was a child was straight up child abuse. I cannot deal with this woman anymore. Rest of the episode was good. Them drinking, sharing bed, and kiss that happened. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.